Welcome into T4G Sports. Today we are going to be showing you guys the truth, the almighty truth, about gems and everything you need to know about gems. So with that being said, guys, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell, and let's light it up. Don't just play the game, own the game. So if you ask someone the question, what is a gem? Most people are not going to be able to tell you exactly what a gem is. What they're going to tell you is that a gem signifies that the player is better than what the player is rated. For example, if they are a 4-star gem, that means that they are a 5-star. And that's a very simplistic way to answer that. But that doesn't tell the full story. What a gem actually is the player's tendency and archetype mixed with the attributes. The system is looking for a certain number to be able to signify that this player is a gem. That's what they're looking for. And what we're going to do in this video is I'm actually going to predict gems before the system tells us there's a gem. And I'm going to show you that it is a 1-to-1 ratio. And a lot of people in the last video that we did, a lot of people said, well, gems equal skill caps. That's what it is. You can't just look at attributes. You got to think about gems with skill caps. And I'm here to tell you that that's also not true, because if you were to ask most people, well, how'd you get to a certain number of skill caps? Most people are not going to be able to give you an exact answer. They're going to go through a bunch of guys and they're going to come back and say, I have no idea how these skill caps are the way they are. I don't know. And we'll show you a great example right away. So we got a 5-star quarterback right here, right? 5-star. This guy was a 5-star gem. Jason McKinnon, field general, 80 overall, elite development. And you're looking, he has 4 skill caps. Well, some of you guys will say, well, yeah, that's like, you know, you're looking at the overall, you're looking at the, you know, whether he was a gem, you're looking at his development. And we're going to show another guy here who is a wide receiver. He was a 4-star gem, 70 overall with an elite dev with only 1 skill cap. Okay, only 1 skill cap. So if you think that you're going to be able to guess whether or not a player is going to have a certain number of skill caps just based upon the gem alone, you're going to be off. You're going to be off by quite a bit. We have more examples here. So we got Jake Robbins here. This guy is a 77 overall. And for those of you guys who may be confused, if you're looking up to the top left and seeing a 78 overall, look to the right here. You can see the 77. That's his base. When you pop it up in this screen, that shows the morale boost. I wish they didn't do that, but it is what it is. He's a 4-star gem, impact development. Let's look over and see his skill caps. He has 13 skill caps, 13 of them. Okay, also a gem. Let's go to Miami here and compare him with another field general quarterback. Okay, if you look at Miami here, you got Juan Pineda. He's a field general. This guy's a 75 overall, 4-star gem, impact development, same development as the other guy. He has 16 skill caps. 16 of them. Okay, let's show you more examples here. Let's go to Georgia again. And this guy is Baraka Azalea. Okay, scrambler. He is a 76 overall. He is a star development, and you're looking at his skill caps. He has 11. Okay, 11 skill caps. Let's take you to another guy who's a scrambler. So for Auburn, you have Trayvon Barr, another scrambler, 4-star gem, impact development. He has 13 skill caps. So you guys may be looking here and saying, well, wait a minute. Robbins, who is a 77 overall quarterback, he's an impact development, the guy on Georgia, he has 13 skill caps too. So there you go. There's the answer. Well, like we showed with that wide receiver and that quarterback, that 5-star versus that 4-star gem wide receiver who had the same development, different overalls. One had better skill caps. One had 1. The other one had 4. So what we're saying in this is if you're trying to decipher skill caps, you're doing yourself a disservice. Why focus on skill caps when it comes to gems? So another thing that people are going to tell you is that, well, overall. You got to think about overall. It's not just skill caps, it's also overall. If they're not a gem, or let's say they're a 5-star and they're a gray gem with a red X, they're not going to be able to reach X overall. When these gems are going to be able to reach those higher overalls. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm going to make the same argument back to you. That 70 overall 4-star gem wide receiver that we showed you guys, when you advance with him, majority of the time, 98% of the time, he only gets to an 85 overall by his senior year. There are guys that were 4-star standard players, not gems, not gray gems, not busts, nothing like that. Just standard 4-star players who ended up having better careers than him. And they had more skill caps than him. And they had less of a development than him as well. So you can't look at overalls. You can't look at skill caps and try to determine what those are going to be based upon the gem alone. What you have to focus on is the only thing that you actually know, which is attributes. That's all you can focus on when determining how good a player is, because 2 gems like we showed you are not the same. So you need to be able to decipher who's good and who's not, even within the gems. So there's only 3 things that you can absolutely guarantee with a gem. What is it? Do you guys know? Well, gem means that they're likely in impact or greater development. We have not come across a gem that has been a normal dev. Okay, so there's that. You know that their development's going to be good. Majority of the gems are still going to have impact. Out of the 5 guys we showed you, 3 had impact, 1 had star, 1 had elite. So that's really what you're looking at. If you get a gem and he's an impact guy, know that that's the average. That's the going rate. If he's better than impact, then you got a little bit luckier, right? It's as simple as that. And what are the other 2 things that you know? Well, you know that there's an anomaly of sorts, right? So that 70 overall wide receiver 4-star gem that we showed you guys had an elite dev with 1 skill cap. He had a 97 speed as a physical wide receiver. 97 speed, an anomaly. The system detects it, gives you a gem. The other one is he could just be really good at what he says he's good at. So if he's a field general, maybe he's just a badass field general. And that's what it is. And the system's going to tell you, this guy's good at what he says he's good at. So that's how you want to look at gems. If you're looking at skill caps and you're trying to look at what their overall is going to be based upon a gem alone, you're just, again, you're doing yourself a major disservice. Major disservice. Okay, let's show what we're talking about with attributes, archetypes, and gems. Let's show how they're connected here. Now, you're not going to always be able to predict every gem out there, because there's certain things like where a guy could just squeak into being a gem. You could have squeakers. That's what I like to call them. And not all gems are the exact same too, so that's what I want you guys to understand. Not all gems are the same, like we showed you guys before. So just because you see a gem does not mean like, oh, I got a really good dude. That's just not the case. So we're going to try to predict who the gems are. Again, if you don't have enough information, if the CPU is not giving you certain indicators of the player, you're just guessing. And that's really it. At other times, I'll be able to know who a gem is just through enough attributes, giving me enough attributes. Now, I chose Georgia because typically a lot of guys like to play for Georgia. And so that's the way it is. But all right, close enough. I just picked up a bunch of dudes here. So this is a 5-star standard scrambler. Ah, man, if he is a gem, he is. You're talking like you're straight pushing it, dude. As a gem, this guy would be a weak scrambler, in my opinion. This guy would not be very good. I'm going to go not a gem, and if he is, I'm just not impressed. I'm just not impressed. Now, this guy's a 4-star. I got to remember that. What the hell are you? You got to be a field general. I don't know his throw power, so I can't tell. I would say not a gem, but then again, I mean, if he was, because of his throw power, if it's a certain number, it'll push him to be in the gem. So I don't know. What's his 94? Yep. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. What is this guy? You got to be a scrambler. You're an athletic scrambler. Dude, you are, if your accuracy pushes him over, I'm going to say not a gem. Not that impressed with that guy there. What the hell is this guy? Athletic scrambler, speed. God, he would have to have a real big. If he is a gem, I'm not impressed. I'm going to say not a gem, and if he is, I'm just not impressed. Yeah, not impressed. Well, another athletic scrambler here. They didn't give me the speed. I don't know. He could be. I'm just not impressed with this guy. It's not impressive. What the hell is this guy? An improviser? I don't know his speed. I can't tell. He's not bad. Definitely not bad at all. I mean, the improvisers, you're looking at about a 90 throw power is the average for the gems, 73 awareness, 0.5. He's at a 74. Under pressure, you're looking at 82. He's in 84. The throw on the run, you're looking at 85. He's got an 85. Break sacks, an 83. The average is an 80. For the medium accuracy, his is below the average. So I'm impressed with this guy as an improviser. I'm going to be honest, I don't really love improvisers that much. So his speed is a big indication. His agility is also a big indication. If he's got those things and his short accuracy is around an 84, it could be as low as an 82, give or take, then he could be a gem. This guy's, he's not terrible. He's really not. He's not terrible. He's not great, but he's also not terrible. This guy's an improviser. Oh, man. you're talking really pushing it. I don't think he's a gem. Yeah. I don't see gem. Man, so many improvisers. I'm going to say no gem on this, and I'm just not impressed with this guy at all. Like, he's not good. What is this guy? What the hell are you? He's got to be a field gem. I don't know his throw power. If his throw power is, it could be a 93, it could be a gem, but if it's 94, 95, then yeah, I mean, you're looking at gem ski all the way. Where's it? Yep, 95. There you go. There you go. Wish you would have showed me that. A 94? Oh, I'll say this. I do like this guy. He's got a 94 throw power, short accuracy. It's a little bit below the average. His awareness is right at the average. His under the pressure is a little bit above the average. His throw on the run is above the average. His strength is below the average because it's a 61, but I'm not actually that shocked. I'm going to say this guy's a gem. Yeah, I'm going to go with Gemski. What the hell are we? What the hell is this guy? An improviser? Pushing it, dude. You're pushing it, buddy. He could be a gem. He's got the agility. He's got some things that matter to the system. I'm just not that impressed with this guy. He's not bad. Yeah, he's not bad. I wish his speed was just a little bit higher. But again, I mean, he's okay. I don't know. Just not really blown away. Is this guy an athletic scrambler? I don't know his throw power, so I can't tell. All right, I don't want to do any more improvisers. I'm so bored with improvisers now. I'll tell you what, though. As a 4-star improviser, he's not the best. He's not the best. He's not the worst. He's not the best. But I mean, his deep accuracy is an 83. The average is around an 82. His awareness is a 74. The average is a 73. His under pressure is an 82. That's the average. Break sack is actually pretty good. I like his break sack at an 83. That is not too bad. His medium accuracy is right there on the average. His speed is below the average. It's around an 82. His agility, I don't know. The average is around an 85. So this guy's not like terrible. A couple things could go against him. And then he could be like a gray gem with a red X, which it would be sad for this guy because he's actually not too bad. He could be a gem, but either way, he's just kind of like right in that mix where he's not super special and like amazing. He's just kind of right in that, yeah, his agility. If it was an 86, he'd have had a better chance. I'm going to do one more guy here. Let's go with this guy here. Ooh, I'll tell you what. I do like this guy. He's got a 93 throw power. His short accuracy is an 85. The average is an 84. His throw on the run is an 83. The average is an 82.9, basically an 83. His break sack's an 84. That's not bad. The speed, not terrible either. It's an 85. That's kind of what it's around. His under pressure is a 75. The average is a 77. Ball carry vision 76, right around. If this guy, let's say, I don't know, his awareness, if you look at his awareness, it's around a 73. He has a good shot. His acceleration should be around the 90 range. That's where it should be. And his medium accuracy should be around the 79 range for him to be a gem. Let's see. Okay, so the medium accuracy was an 80. Ball carry vision was around a 76. I like that. And then his awareness was a 73, and that's what we were looking for. So there you go. Boom. So that's how you guys can see. And you could kind of predict gems and, do all that fun stuff. If they don't give you enough information, then there's just not much you can do about it. So the thing about gems, to wrap this all up, is not all gems are equal. Don't worry about skill caps. Know that it's going to affect your development, and know that you can read and predict gems more than not. The more you get good at this, the more you'll predict gems, and you'll say, yep, this guy's going to be a gem. And then there's times where I'm recruiting a guy and I'm like, hey, I don't even need to fully scout him because I know this guy's going to be a gem. And not only that, I know he's going to be really good. Okay, not just knowing he's a gem or not, I know he's going to be effective for me. Okay, so as much as you can just break this down and really digest it and understand what it is, if you're worrying about skill caps, you're worrying about what his overall can get to, you're wasting your time. Don't even think about that. You need to first and foremost be able to break down players and understand even what a gem is and how to get to a gem, and then you'll go from there and then worry about the skill caps on the player and then worry about what his overall can get to. Go from there. But if you get really good at predicting, whether or not they're a gem, it's going to be massive for you. So I can tell you right now, attributes mixed with the archetype will definitely decipher whether or not they are a gem. If you get those numbers correctly, and we're going to show you guys in future videos how to do what I just did there. I'm going to give you the information, and you're going to be a beast.